Welcome on back to our Sekiro 100% walkthrough. My name is Azzavhar or Azza, and let's get into the video. So on the previous one we just took out the chained ogre. We're going to head up here, grab these items, gourd seed there, ceramic shard there. And we just picked up an item that allows us to go into first person mode if you want to, which is this one here. You can kind of look around and zoom in, zoom out. We're going to work our way around the side here. And I usually do get spotted by a guy just to the left there. Yeah, just like that. That's fine. Just going to wait for these enemies to de-aggro. So grab that divine confetti just down there. Up to the tree. And then essentially it's a waiting game. So ideally we want to wait until those yellow triangles have gone away. So the enemies return back to normal. And they usually return to their normal positions as well, but they don't always do that. Sometimes they get stuck. Take out that enemy there. I think this general will probably start to investigate. Sometimes they walk around and investigate what's going off. So I'm probably going to take a less stealthy approach to this one, I think. Just going to go straight into the combat here. But because we took out the alarm enemy up there, it might mean that the general still is unaware. Yeah, he's kind of just creeping around. I'm gonna ideally try and get a stealth death blow on the general first of all, if we can do. That would make things a lot easier. I think he's stuck by the looks of it on something. So perhaps if we go back around, we might be able to get around the back. It's like he's stuck on a rock or something, so... Okay, we've still got the gun guy attacking, so let's take out the gun guy. General appears to be very, very stuck. Ah, that should do. There we go. Got it. There we go. So the gun guy usually takes just about 2 hits to break their posture. Don't worry too much about those. I'm going to pop on some firecrackers here as well. So using these firecrackers will take our spirit emblems. We've got 15 spirit emblems in the bottom right hand corner. Uses 2. Slide for that attack there. I'm going to try and restore my posture by holding down block. He's going to try and restore his. Try and interrupt him if possible. Jump that perilous attack. There we go. Got him on the posture. And got a prayer bead there. Not quite sure what happened with the screen there, but there we go. So you can grab a prayer bead from that enemy there. Later on we will be venturing down that way, but for now, just ignore that. It's worth mentioning that we picked up a gourd seed before this fight as well, so if you wanted to apply the extra gourd seed before that fight to get some extra healing, then you could head back to the dilapidated temple, speak to Emma, and upgrade the healing gourd. We have an idol here. Pop a rest here. This bit is quite fast. We have a little friend that pokes their head around. So jump on down. You're going to jump just to the side of that cliff there and hold to the side. Go to the branch, go to the ledge here. And straight through. This might get a bit noisy in this place. And hug the wall there, shimmy across. Wait here for a little bit at the end. And then crouch across. And wait inside here for a little bit. Things are going to get pretty loud. Poke her in the eye. Just jump and grapple, jump and grapple. That's that. Jump and grapple some more. We got an Akko sugar just over to the left here, so let's grab that. Grapple over here, we've got an idol. Catching sugar there. And rest at the idol. There's also an enemy down here, but this enemy sometimes is a bit spicy. Watch out for their poison. These aren't too bad. There we go. Herb Catalogue Scrap. A page torn from the Ashina Herb Catalogue. Compendium of flowers and herbs. It talks about a snap seed, which is essentially what he is looking for, which is down there. That's where the snake was. So we'll do some backtracking in a minute and we'll go and pick up stuff like that, like the snap seed and some things that we may have had to run past. I'm just going to grab some things from this area first of all. Get ready for a boss fight. And also eavesdrop here if you want to on these.
Look, a smoke signal from the Lord Gyobu. Yes, that Ashina stayed so long.
That's talking about Gyobu, who is defending the castle gates. We'll meet Gyobu in just a minute. So not too much in this area. He's kind of just grabbing some bits and bobs. There are some random items. I think there's a memory here as well if you want to check out this memory. Essentially there, Genichiro is trying to convince Kuro why Kuro should give Genichiro the power of resurrection, and Genichiro wants the power of resurrection so that he can restore Ashina to its glory days. The glory of Ashina. And Kuro disagrees. Kuro believes that they shouldn't be using that resurrection power at all. Ungo sugar there, defensive sugar. Just skip past these enemies here. Balloon of wealth. Heavy coin purse. It's quite useful. So before we take on this boss, just gonna get some upgrades and prepare a little bit for the fight itself. So this is where I was talking about snap seeds down here. I'm gonna have to do this from memory, but there's a jump that we can make down there, and we can use a grapple. It makes it a lot easier to just jump down and then press grapple when you get down to the end. Can't remember the exact trajectory of the jump, however, so this guy ideally needs to get out of the way first. There we go. Okay, so let's take a look. I think it's just about where this tree is. Yeah, we want to kind of head towards that tree and grapple there. There we go, got it. And I believe these are the snap seeds that he was talking about. Yeah, they're quite useful for later, and there's also 5 of them as well. And 5 of those is very, very useful. So let's return to the idol. And we also need to head back to the dilapidated temple. I just want to double check an area a little bit earlier. I think we may have kind of walked past an item as such, which was at this outskirts gate path, where we fought one of the samurai guys. So I'm just going to double check here. I don't think the item is insanely important, but it's worth taking a quick peek. Just where this samurai was earlier, just to the left. Fistful of ashes. There's 2 of those. It's not really that important, to be fair, but they might come in useful. We will be using them on certain bosses and stuff, so. And this time we'll go to the temple, get some upgrades and things ready for this upcoming boss. Should be able to do gourd seed upgrade as well, I believe. Take a look.
I'm glad.
Okay, so 1 seed. Yep, there we go.
Oh, does the if it is
So upgraded the healing gourd. Talk to the sculptor. Let's see what we can do with this. We can't fit any new prosthetics. That's fine for now. And there is a bit of a kind of a mini quest line with this guy here, so it is worth doing the oops. It's worth doing the training with this guy if you want to follow his quest and see kind of what happens to this guy. a little bit later in the story. So essentially here we're just breaking that guy's posture directly with attacks. He's just blocking. And the same would happen to us if we reverse that. So if we just blocked, our posture would also be broken eventually. So on this bit I'm holding down block. And then I'm just letting go of it and putting it back on just as the sword swing is coming towards us. Kind of keeps us protected by doing that, so just... I usually find that's quite a good way to do the deflects or the perfect parries. But the step dodge here as well, which we have been using. Essentially just press B and slide to the side. Not too many times it will be needing to use the sort of side step. But there are some enemies that we do have to use that on, so it's worth kind of knowing about it, and I'll point it out when we need to use it. There's one particular boss a little bit later that is probably the best thing to do for that boss is sidestep, which is quite rare in Sekiro because it's normally perfect parry is the answer to most things. Okay, so we kind of progressed that a little bit. Got free combat available. So we'll leave that for now, but you'll notice you'll get notifications a little bit later. Kind of say that you've got extra combat, extra training available from that guy every so often. Okay, so for this bit we want to make sure that we've got 15 spirit emblems. We have currently 28 of them, 15 out of 15. So once again, we do use those for our prosthetics. Show you an example. We pop on a shuriken. We've currently got 15 spirit emblems. Throw that, now 14. And now 13, so if you rest, it will bring the spirit emblems out of storage. And then apply them to your main supply there, just like that. So other than that, don't really need any skills as such just yet for this boss. So, in fact, I'm going to pick up Mikiri Counter here. So, Mikiri Counter is probably the most important ability in the game. So make sure to grab that from the Shinobi skill tree there. I'll cover a bit more about Mikiri Counter when we get to that part, when we need to use it. So, other than that, let's go back to the fortress. There we go. I'm just going to make my way straight towards the boss. I'm also going to set Akko Sugar here as well. So I might use some Akko Sugar in this fight. Just going to go straight up to the boss here. So jump on in. I do have a full guide for this boss, by the way. If you want to see the full guide, check that out on my YouTube channel. Use Akko. We're going to be using firecrackers on this as well. Okay, that's the first one. Grapple for that. Holding block, getting ready to deflect. grapple up for that one. Heal up if you need to. Might use firecrackers here. So he does a counter attack on his phase 2 after the firecrackers, keep that in mind. Holding block. Trying for the perfect parries. And there we go. Okay, so that's Gyobu. So we've got a couple of things there. First of all, we're going to head on over to this sculptor's idol. Rest of the idol. And we can use that memory there. So after we defeated that boss, it said that we got a memory. So we can press on enhance attack power. You can see it says we've got 1 out of 1 memory. And then press Gyobu. There we go, that increases our attack power slightly. Open this. Now we've got a quest, or like a bit of a side quest that we need to do over there. But we're going to do the first part of the quest right now. It saves us backtracking and stuff. So the first part of the quest is to take out what Ishin likes to call rats, which are these. Saying the land of Ashina will not last much longer. Also mentions a character there called Badger, which we'll encounter Badger a little bit later. Basically, we need to kill one of these. It's part of the quest. Killing one is absolutely fine. You don't have to kill it anymore if you don't want to. One is all you need. Upgrade material there, gunpowder. These are a bit of a nightmare if you don't have the axe prosthetic, which we don't have at the moment. So I'm not going to fight this guy for now. Because the hat that they've got is like insanely defensive, and you can't really break through it too easy. Well, you can break through it, but just a lot of hassle when you might as well just wait until you've got the axe to be able to do it. So we talk to this NPC here.
Before I kill you, tell me your name.
Asking us for our name. We don't reply.
No name to give.
So he gives us our name.
It'll be all the same. You die nameless, with no one to mourn you. However, your left arm, a prosthetic shinobi arm, it reminds me of. That's it. A one-armed wolf. I like it. Which means Sekiro. That is what I shall name. Who?
So he names us One-Armed Wolf.
I am the Tengu of Ashina. Come, Sekiro. Care to
Which is also Sekiro.
with me? What? Rats. They're all...
So he asks us to hunt rats. We accept.
Very well. Heck, you'll need...
Rat description. Basically that's what we've just killed.
What is it? Go. If you...
So you can just talk to him again instantly.
Yeah.
And he accepts that we've killed some rats. Gives us a new skill tree.
It's ours. You just wait. I hope it. About the ways of the Ashina blade. It's ours. I hope.
Okay, so that's that.
It's just. I hope.
Got a pallet here. You can open this door here as well if you want to. This is like a little sort of shortcut from the section that was just before Gyobu. So now you can make your way through these doors if you want to, just here. And I believe we've got some prayer beads upstairs, so let's head on up here. I noticed that he's also killed these enemies here as well. These are like government ninjas. He's killed. He's got the government kind of invading his territory here, which is why he's asked us to kill those rats. He's killed those government ninjas. They jump on up here. And I believe this is prayer beads. Yeah, so now we have 4, so we can increase our health when we get to an idol. So just jump on down. Head on out. Ceramic shard there. So I believe that Sekiro is a rough translation of one-armed wolf. Don't quote me on that though. So for this vendor here, we need to sell some items and buy some items. So what we're looking to buy essentially from this guy is some fistful of ash and potentially a gourd seed. So it's 1,000 for a gourd seed. We may leave that till a little bit later. We'll see how we go. Depends on how many of these we've got. We're going to go ahead and sell the coins there. What we'll do for now is we've got a decent amount of ash for now, but we might have to pop back here and grab some ash a little bit later. So we'll just keep that in mind with the ash, and I'm going to choose to get the gourd seed from here. But if you can't get this right now, don't worry. Just keep in mind that the gourd seed is here, and head back to this vendor when you can do. And like I mentioned a little bit earlier in the walkthrough, basically if you do miss an item, for example, if this vendor is not here for whatever reason, or the story progresses and this vendor is not here, don't worry, because the seed or the item that you might have missed will end up in that box that's next to that training NPC at the dilapidated temple. So if you feel like you've missed a item from a vendor or something like that, don't worry, you'll find it in that box next to the training NPC. I believe we did have 4 out of 4 prayer beads. We do, so we can press enhance physical attributes there, so press that, use those. That now increases our maximum vitality and posture as well. Sounds good to me. And I think for that episode there, we shall leave that there. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, remember to like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.